Diamante, an immigration lawyer, and I took on this case the moment that I heard what happened. The facts that I received is that this gentleman was picked up by ICE in between dropping his children off at school.
May I speak up?
And the other thing that I know is there was a 13-year-old in the car when he was arrested. Another thing that I know is that the jacket of the officer who arrested him said police. It didn't say ICE police, it said police. I have great concerns over their actions. Number one, why do they have to lie and say they're police? We have our officers that work very hard locally to protect and serve. And if the people are going to be fearful of the local police, we know that ICE is frustrating the efforts of the local police to do their job to protect and serve not only citizens of the United States, but also the residents and other folks that are here visiting. The other thing that we talked about is how legitimate is it that they would take action and arrest him when he has his 13-year-old in the car near the school. I don't believe that's a legitimate action. And not only do I believe it's illegitimate, I think it's immoral.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think the state, whether it's the state of California or whether it's the United States, should always consider the best interest of children when they take their action. We have to send a message to the government that this is inappropriate and that they have to provide a policy so this won't happen again. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'll do it in Spanish if...
Come on, Alan. Go for it.
Ok, lo voy a decir en español. Yo soy el abogado Alan Diamante y lo estoy defendiendo a esta persona que fue arrestada
Please share the video.
cerca de la escuela con su hija en el auto. Estaba dejando a los niños en la escuela. Y el oficial tenía su chaqueta que decía police. No decía DHS, no decía Departamento de Seguridad, no decía ICE, decía police. Yo creo que es muy peligroso que ellos siguen disfrazando como son policías locales cuando no son. Porque el mensaje que se manda a la comunidad es que tal vez la policía está involucrada y no queremos que personas tengan miedo de la policía local, que hace todo posible para dar protección y servir nuestra comunidad. La otra cosa es que el oficial se dio cuenta que había una muchacha de 13 años en el auto, pero siguió con el arresto. Estas acciones, en mi opinión, no son acciones legítimas ni morales. Y yo creo que tenemos que mandar un mensaje al gobierno federal, el Departamento de Seguridad y a nuestro presidente Donald Trump, que esto no es justo y no es legítimo. Y necesitamos un cambio. Yo soy Alan. Gracias.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for being here today. My name is Pete Grayshock. I'm an attorney with the law office of Alan Diamante, and we represent the family of Romulo Gonzalez. We also represent Romulo in his immigration matter. Last Tuesday was a day like many others for Romulo and his family. They got up. There was probably a lot of chaos in the household as they got the kids ready for school and got out the door. But Romulo did not come home that day because he was detained by ICE agents blocks away from his daughter's school as he was taking another daughter to her campus. Romulo's case, though, is not unlike many of our cases. We have an individual who has lived in the United States for a very long time, for over a quarter century. I was in grade school when he arrived in this country. He's paid his taxes, and he and his family have raised 4 beautiful U.S. citizen daughters. Strong, independent women who are making the best of their community and rising to leadership levels. But what makes this different is that several days before Romulo was detained by ICE, the president said that his mass deportation program was a military operation. Those were his exact words. And I want to ask why does the president want to declare war against American families and wage war and battle on our campuses, on school campuses around Los Angeles and this country? So that is a question that we have for him. This isn't like what it was like under previous administrations. Now everyone is a priority for removal. If you are here without permission, there is no sensible decision making. If you're a dangerous criminal, if you've been convicted of violent offenses, of drug offenses, maybe you should be a priority for removal. Now it's everybody. No one is exempt from this, and he's done away with any reasonable decision making that was made in other administrations. So we will continue to fight for this family, and we'll continue to fight for all the families that are our clients. This case has,
Can everybody please share this video?
We're fighting and we're carrying on, and the family is not afraid. And our clients, when they
believe there's going to be a march.
they get educated about their rights, they're not afraid either. And that's how we have to continue to operate under this new political environment. So that's it. And if anybody has any questions for either Alan or I, we can answer those. Use their discretion to allow Mr. Avelica to stay in the country and allow other forms of relief to be explored. Mr. Avelica is being held at a detention facility outside of Los Angeles, called the Adelanto Detention Center, and it's a privately run immigration detention center. So the company that runs it profits off of his detention. We're hoping that ICE officers use their discretion to allow him to return to his family's home.
Can we hear from the family? Yes.
Sorry. That's correct. I don't want to get into that any further just to protect the family's privacy. But was there another question? That's correct. Yeah, he was involved in the cooperation with crime, and he would be eligible for the UV. I don't want to speak any further about that, but we are exploring the chance of a UV search.
Can we hear from the family?
There will be no hearings right now in court, but we're filing further legal argument in support of this case.
Can we hear from the family at all, please?
Can we hear from the family?
Sorry? Those who are outside of the country, if they were victims of crimes or eligible family members, they remain eligible for a U visa outside of the United States.
¡Ni una más deportación! ¡Ni una más deportación! ¡Ni una más deportación! ¡Ni una más deportación! No one more deportation! No one more deportation! Not 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 one more deportation!
And everybody's chanting, not one more deportation.
Good afternoon. My name is St. Clair Adrian, and I'm the school administrator to the school where Fatima goes. Just a regular morning, last day of Black History Month, a day that all our 8th graders are going to the Museum of Tolerance because they are reading the diary of Anne Frank. I have a student come up to me and say, "Mr. Kevin, wait a little longer because Fatima has a situation." I had no idea what this situation was. I was born and bred and grew up in apartheid South Africa. I have gone through what I'm seeing happening here today. When Fatima came to school that morning, when I had to meet a traumatized